In today's video we will discuss the top 10 the best movies of Jason Momoa with which this actor became famous. Please make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. If you enjoy seeing great performances, then you will definitely enjoy this video. Number 10. Sweet Girl, 2021, rating 5.5. Ripped straight from the boilerplate of overused script ideas, Sweet Girl hoped to bank on Momoa's star power to resurrect its exhausted concepts. The film follows a jaded family man who vows to get revenge against the men who killed his wife while protecting his teenage daughter from further harm. Doing a serviceable job with the material, Momoa is always believable as an action star no matter what the concept of the film might be. The Netflix movie had little ambition though, and squandered a good performance from its leads by burying them in retreads of other revenge films. Number 9. Bullet to the Head, 2012, rating 5.7. In the years before his turn as Aquaman, Momoa was finding his footing in the action genre, and he got the chance to work with a legend in Bullet to the Head. The film follows a young detective who teams up with a hitman to bring down a criminal that murdered both of their partners in cold blood. Though Bullet to the Head was largely panned by critics, Momoa shined in his more dramatic role, and he showed he truly had the chops to be an action star. Working alongside an icon like Sylvester Stallone also helped to elevate his status. The movie proves Momoa is an obvious successor to Stallone's legacy as an action stalwart. Number 8. Braven, 2018, rating 5.9. Action films usually burst on the scene and demand attention, but Braven is one of the best action movies that flew under the radar when it was released in 2018. The simple story follows a man and his father who find themselves in a cat-and-mouse game with a vicious cartel while visiting their isolated cabin in the woods. The snowy environs of the film are the perfect backdrop for the simplistic storyline, and the acting is superb as Momoa works perfectly off of his co-star Stephen Lang. Mirroring the simpler action films of previous decades, Braven has a lot of heart and delivers a compelling story without all the bells and whistles of modern blockbusters. Number 7. Road to Paloma, 2014, rating 6.0. Often heralded as one of Momoa's best performances, his turn in Road to Paloma showed he could do heart and brawn in the same movie. After avenging the murder of his mother, a Native American man flees across the desert to evade capture. Drama spills across the high desert as Momoa is largely left on his own to carry the emotional weight of the film. Despite this, he never misses a chance to be a typical action tough guy, and the movie satisfies the viewer's need for excitement and emotion at the same time. Number 6. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, rating 6.1. Though the movie was bringing one of the best Batman comic book storylines to life, many fans felt that Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice really missed the mark. After seeing the destruction accidentally wrought by Superman, Batman tries to figure out how to bring down the Man of Steel once and for all. Lacking in focus, Batman v Superman bounced from one idea to the another with little regard for structure. As such, Momoa's brief appearance as Aquaman was meant as a teaser for future films but mostly fell flat. The movie wasn't the biggest stumble in DC's master plan, but it got the entire Justice League cycle off on the wrong foot. Number 5. Justice League, 2017, rating 6.5. Divisive to say the least, DC's first stab at bringing the Justice League to life on the big screen was met with tepid reactions at best. Following their scrap in the previous film, Superman and Batman assemble a team of superheroes to fight off an earth-shattering new enemy. Momoa is largely lost in the shuffle of the film as the roster of the team swells to epic proportions. Even so, his screen time as Aquaman was the highlight of the movie, and he always seemed to understand the tone that Justice League was striving for. Number 4. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, 2019, rating 6.6. After the resounding success of the Lego Movie, the sequel had big shoes to fill and did so with modest success. Everything is suddenly not awesome anymore when a band of invaders begins destroying the world faster than the bricks can be reassembled. With a massive voice cast of stars, Momoa's brief appearance as the voice of Lego Aquaman is mostly left as a one-off joke. Nevertheless, the choice to cast him in his signature role added to the gravitas of the movie and was a highlight for comic book fans. Number 3. Aquaman, 2018, rating 6.8. Finally getting a chance to anchor his own superhero flick, Momoa's turn as Aquaman is a shining moment for the entire DC film universe. Arthur Curry is the half-human heir to the throne of Atlantis, and to prevent a war he must go on an adventure on dry land. Being one of the few DC superheroes without a previous film adaptation, the Aquaman movie had a chance to establish its own aesthetic to carry over into the franchise. Momoa was his usual action star self in the role, and he imbued the character with an air of authority that was often lacking in the comics. Number 2. Zack Snyder's Justice League, 2021, rating 8.0. After years of claiming that the Justice League film was butchered in the edit, director Zack Snyder was able to release his definitive version of the movie with major sections restored. Following the same storyline as the producer's cut, the running time was significantly extended, and the film received an R rating. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, the Snyder cut offered enough big changes to satisfy many fans. Momoa's appearances weren't largely affected, and the original cut of the film made him look good enough already. While the Snyder cut may have changed the movie as a whole, Aquaman was left mostly untouched. Number 1. Dune, 2021, rating 8.0. Frank Herbert's seminal sci-fi novel was once thought to be unadaptable to the big screen, but Denis Villeneuve proved the naysayers wrong. After inheriting the desert planet of Arrakis, the noble Atreides family is betrayed by their sworn enemies, the Harkonnens. Just the first in what is promising to be an epic saga, Dune laid the groundwork for the dramatic conclusion of the first novel. Jason Momoa appeared as Duncan Idaho, and he was able to bring his experience as an action movie star along with him into the role. Proving the viability of the book series after all these years, Dune has all the makings of a blockbuster franchise on the rise. I hope you enjoyed our top 10 the best movies of Jason Momoa with which this actor became famous. Please comment below what is your favorite Jason Momoa movie. Do not forget to subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. And new episodes release every Monday through Friday.